Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
We sure did. Episode 2.
That's crazy.
New show.
If you're wondering where our episode about episode 1 is, that's with Bestie Approved. They're putting that together for us, and that'll pop up wherever you get your podcasts any moment now, as will our episode about the premiere of Atlanta.
Yes.
So we're just out there making shows all over the place.
Just showing
all
the shows.
Me doing stupid little dances. Woohoo!
Okay.
Woo! But if you are new to us, we are two husbands, each other's husbands, and we watch the Housewives shows and we talk about them.
Sure do.
So we sure do. And then this new Rhode Island was great. This is a good second episode.
It was. I think it definitely, I like the first one. I think this improved upon it, and they introduced the seventh woman and her cardboard cutout.
Yes, there's some amazing editing skills that they had for those gallery shots.
Yeah.
I wanted to take a moment, though, and address if you are finding us from our recent videos on Facebook and TikTok and all those places, we had some great success with social media, and hopefully some of it brought you here to us. I think it's only worth saying we are aware that Dorit said last year. If you go back and listen to our episode about Beverly Hills, we mentioned that we're well aware that Dorit was talking about last year.
However, she only said last year after Erica said, wow, and then she backpedaled and said,
right,
this past year, whatever she said.
Right. She qualified it for sure.
But I still stand by her overall statement was, Bose is amazing, others not so much.
Yes.
And she met that with her full chest.
Yes. Well, and also, again, it just goes, if you were my friend and you told me the last 9 years of our friendship are negated because this last year someone else was more supportive of you, I would have major problems.
For sure. It wasn't nice how she worded that.
It was not.
But anyways.
But we're not talking about Beverly Hills.
No, we're not.
We're talking about Rhode Island.
I could go on. We'll go on more.
So with Rhode Island,
yes.
Start off at Liz's in-laws.
Because Rhode Island's all about family.
All about family.
All about family.
That's the one thing about Rhode Island. The entire state, all about family.
The entire state. I love when it's like, it's not this town, it's the whole state's talking about this.
Yeah.
I want to be someone who's like, I don't know Rulla. La la la. So yeah, Liz and her family. We meet her stepdaughters. One of them is pregnant. We meet his family and the dude, the soon-to-be father. And yeah, they're a very nice family. She talks about how she always wanted kids. She met her husband and he had 3 daughters. So even though they're not her biological kids, she still feels very close to them and helped raise them.
It fulfilled her, need and her instinct to have kids.
Correct.
Being able to take care of them and all that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good because that comes in later when Rulla makes. We can't.
Rulla.
Don't want to call her Rulla.
We won't.
Rue.
Roozy.
How about just Rulla? How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. It was interesting, again, they're definitely going on that New Jersey sort of franchise where it's like, look at us, we're making Italian food. We made some rigatoni.
But I'm glad none of the women are related. That's where Jersey went off the rails.
Clearly.
It can be about family without being each other's family.
Right.
So this is good. We all love family, but I am not related to you. No blood. Blood causes blood.
We learned that Liz doesn't want to be called Grand anything or Nona or anything. She just wants to be Gigi.
Gigi. That's cute.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What is the clinking noise?
It's
the cat.
Mo playing with something.
Okay. I keep hearing something ringing. I'm like, is it?
If your mother theoretically was alive, would she want to be called, if we had a kid, would she want to be called?
I think she'd be fine with grandma. I don't think she'd have any problem with that. She wouldn't, I don't think she'd do the whole glamma thing or call.
Glamma, I feel like Nene started that and I can't. Her glam baby. I'm like,
I think my mom also knew full well that, if she tried to, have some clever nickname, I would just be like, look here, you old babushka. I would just be like, I just find, the most derogatory old Russian lady name and be like, calling her that. So I'd just be like, that's going to be what our kids call you. And she'd go right with grandma real quick.
Yes. Yes. I think so, too.
So, yeah, I don't get in general, I understand that the grandparents have a certain aged quality to them, and you always think of gray-haired, false teeth, glasses, that sort of thing, and that a lot of women and men aren't of that, anymore. It's like the
Yeah.
Golden Girls aren't truly golden the
Right.
way they were in the 80s. So, like, you don't want to have that kind of stigma, but like, it's fine. Your grandparents, you earned it. Just be called whatever you want, but
Sometimes you actually are very old.
yeah.
If you have kids later in life and then they have kids and you're like, yeah, I'm a grandpa because I was old.
Right. I don't think that just because, someone calls you grandpa or grandma means that it doesn't evoke 80-year-old person to me. You know what I mean?
No.
So it's fine. Absolutely fine. But be called whatever you want. I don't mind.
You be you.
Yes.
So we segue into Ashley and Joellen in the park. I was really surprised by how quickly Ashley opened up, as if she was just ready for someone to ask her that question. It's so tough. I'm a bar widow, which I believe that's a thing.
Right.
But she was just really, you met Joellen how many times? And you were like crying in the park by the swings.
Well, that means she probably shows that what she's talking about is really important to her. That's what we're missing. We're missing these lights.
Oh, and Mo, just stop biting that.
What is he biting?
He's biting the wire.
No, please don't bite things that catch on fire and electrocute
Yes.
you. Do
Yeah.
you want to throw something at him?
I don't.
Here, throw Teresa at him. Just boop. Now he's going to chew on that, probably.
Yeah.
Is he?
He's licking it.
Oh, good. At least he's not chewing a cord anymore.
Yeah.
They always say that cats chewing cords is a sign of boredom. I really regret getting rid of our cat wheel.
Oh my God, the cat wheel. Like, we wouldn't. Well, Mo would have.
Mo probably would have really loved the cat wheel. During the pandemic, we bought one of those big old cat wheels, and our cats never really liked it. But now this new kitten, he'd probably go nuts on it.
It was so Maeve could lose weight.
That's
and
true.
Maeve would only get in it when we gave her treats.
Which was kind of
Negated the workout.
Yeah, it really, really did. But that's the only reason I get on a treadmill is when you hang a treat in front of me.
Oh, I get on there just to like try to lose weight. I'm not going to.
I think we need to up our gym going.
I need to not eat like 5 cookies before I come up here. That's what I need to
I
do.
just had half a bag of like chocolate covered almonds. You're just like, oh, they're almonds, they're fine, and it's dark chocolate, so it's the healthy chocolate.
And that's why I'm out of breath walking up our stairs. I digress. So Ashley is a bar widow, and
Bar widow
they have
opened up.
cute kids.
They do, cute kids. Now, I think that, for sure, she's, was talking about how she feels guilty that her husband feels like he's not contributing enough to the marriage, and he's always busy with the cafe and everything. And, I think she showed a little bit of,
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. And she was definitely like feeling how, she can't really help him through that. She's just like, no, I feel like he's doing fine, but I just feel so bad that he feels that way. And there's nothing that I can do to like kind of make him feel better and assure him that everything's fine,
I think it's great that they both care about how the other feels. That he's like, it's not you. I'm sad about something else. And she's like, I'm sad that he's sad or upset or, I think, owning a business is really tough because you really are, like, as she said, that's like their third child.
Well, that's the thing is like, I've, back when people would always be like, oh, Scott, don't you want to own your own movie theater? And it's like, I don't really ever want to own my own business because until you make enough money with it to like hire someone to run it, you are there 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And no matter how much you love your job or what you do to make money, you got to step away from it. And when you can't afford to step away from it, then you just truly feel trapped. That's just
straight into it.
Never going to be good for anyone. So it's a good thing I never opened that bar.
Moral of the story.
Yes. But at least, I don't know, like I say, at least a bar is a little bit more exciting than a cafe, but I don't know. I guess they all have their trade-offs. At least at a cafe, you're not going to be open till like, 2 a.m.
That's true. You just have to get there like 3 a.m?
Yeah, probably we'll be ready to open by like 5:30.
Yeah.
So that probably sucks too. But says the 2 guys who wake up regularly at like 4 a.m.
Yeah. Cats.
Are you worried about the cat back there?
No, he's fine.
Okay. You keep looking back there.
I'm making sure he's not chewing the wire. He's just like, he's just cleaning himself.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Is that a nick on your face? Is that a cat scratch?
That's that's me. This spot, every time I shave and cut it, it bleeds forever. And so this is what this is.
Yeah. So sorry.
But yeah, right, I'm in profile. No, I'm glad you mentioned it. So, because
people aren't just wondering. That's why I figured. But I didn't want you to think the cat got you. That it's your own clumsiness.
I was so zoning out because I normally like avoid this spot, and I was like, after the fact.
I still think it's because you use those horrible disposable razors. Like, those are like the cheapest ass razors I've ever seen in my life. But you're like, no, I'm gonna use them.
Well, I only like shave like once a month.
No, but you should use my razors. They're the triple guard. They're so much better.
They're probably better, but I would still avoid the spot because it's like the Red Sea.
So after the park,
I think this is when we go to. Is this when we get to Liz and Kelsey and Rulla?
I think it is. Yeah, they go out. They go out to lunch. Someone pre-orders a Caesar salad.
They think. So basically, the story with Rulla, which we learn, is that her husband cheated a year ago. The chick he cheated with posted this on Instagram. What was she thinking?
Yes.
Joellen saw this. Joellen sent the picture to Liz. Liz brought it up to Rulla. Rulla called Joellen begging to see the picture. She sent it to Rulla. And then afterwards, it was like shoot the messenger because Rulla and her husband both came after Joellen at her place of business, bad-mouthing her, which she's like, that's now affecting my kids because my husband pays the mortgage, I pay for everything else. I know that story. And now so Rulla hates Joellen and Joellen hates Rulla.
And I think, given that someone would be coming after your livelihood, it would be enough reason to stop them. What I'm confused about is that even during all of her explanations, Rulla says, like, her husband pretty much admitted to it.
Right.
And that there's really, even though Rulla keeps kind of not openly saying he cheated, she is even saying to Liz and to Kelsey that there was something going on, but she's not stating that he was cheating. But there was something going on. And so that's what's just really bizarre, is that there's this whole, like why are you continuing to have a problem with it? Like,
well, she's saying that it was a one-time thing, but everyone else is saying affair. So she's like, it was an infidelity. I forgave him-ish, but everyone else is saying it's still going on. And so, when Liz is like, Ma, it's still happening.
But is it, I don't know, like, even if you cheat on someone once, you had an affair. Like,
well, there's a one night stand, and then there's affair applies.
I think it's a blanket.
Affair is very soap opera-y. It's like this is going on for a while.
There's having an affair, but there's also, I think, if you've had an affair, that it covers I slept around.
I think affair gives it more gravitas, and it happened more than once. Where she's trying to make us believe it happened like once.
And this girl's just like, look at me, and there's all these pictures of them canoodling.
Why would she like post a picture with some dude she was shipping, this married dude, on Instagram of all places?
It's just really bizarre.
Unless she's in, especially in Rhode Island, where everyone knows everyone in the damn state.
Maybe you were in Connecticut at the time, but you didn't think anyone in Rhode Island would see it. It would just be like, oh, well, this will never get back to Rhode Island.
No, not to Cranston.
Oh, no, remember, Rulla lives in Lincoln. You would never
live in Cranston. No.
So never, ever. I started looking at real estate in Rhode Island while we were watching that. And while there are, like, it's the problem, is like there's regular houses there for like, 300, 400,000, and there's some nice ones for like 6, 8. But then you're scrolling and you go from 600,000, 800,000, 3.5 million.
Oh, gosh.
Like, okay. And then all in Providence. So.
Would you look in Cranston?
I did not narrow it down to Cranston. Not quite yet. I'll get there eventually. But I wanted to see Rulla's whole thing about why she would never live in Cranston. I wanted to see what was so great about Providence, or Lincoln.
Right. I never, until now, because I just don't think about Rhode Island, I only know about Providence because that's the capital.
Right.
Yes. So when
Newport, Rhode Island.
I didn't. I thought Newport was only like an OC.
Well, I think that's what, and I could be wrong, but I think in the Gilded Age, when they go to Newport, Rhode Island.
Gotcha.
And that's where all the big mansions are and all the big boating.
Gotcha. That makes so much sense. I don't know where I thought they were.
Yeah. I mean, it could have just been some.
Because no one ever says Rhode Island on a Golden Age. There's like, they say go to Newport.
Yeah. The only other town that's not been represented so far is Warwick. Or I don't know if they call it Warwick or something like that with their, accents. But yeah, I've heard of Cranston, Lincoln, Providence, but Warwick is the other one that's left over that they have not mentioned.
And when you were in Rhode Island, you just went to what, Providence?
I drove through Rhode Island. I think I stopped, took a picture of a theater, and that was about it. So it's a small state.
Yeah, well, much like, yes, with the biggest attitude. Much like Andy, I am now intrigued and would like visit Rhode Island just to see like what it's about.
Well, I mean, you've been to Massachusetts. I mean, people in Rhode Island.
I was born in Massachusetts.
You've been to Massachusetts. You've been in, Long Island, right? You've been.
Never been to Long Island.
They're at all New England.
No one's invited us.
New England. As if she's even listening. Okay.
We love you.
If you're listening.
If you
No, I think New England in general all feels the same, and it all has that kind of similar feeling.
Right.
Old fishing towns that have money here and there, that sort of thing.
Well, it's like when we visited Jersey, I was like so focused, like thinking like we can move to the East Coast.
I mean, we could.
It's a whole different way of life, though.
We'll have boating regalias.
Boating is so big. Who knew that Rulla was the first or the only
female captain, I think, and probably in her yacht club or something. There's got to be some.
Not the entire state.
I mean, it could be, I guess. It's such a small state.
So, yeah, we meet her family. She has 2 kids with this guy, Brian, who is the smoothest face. He is not tall. He is not dark. She says he's handsome.
I mean, that's...
He's
not,
fine.
He's not my cup of tea.
People always
I wonder what Travis thinks about him. You thought all the other husbands were hot. What about this one?
I think you'd probably pass on that one. I think everyone always talks down. I feel like chiropractors and podiatrists.
Oh, yeah. And somehow dentists, they get a bad rap too.
They shouldn't, though. I mean,
Well, they all make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Chiropractors are a little bit more...
People are like, oh, podiatrist, but it's like...
Until your foot falls off, and then you're like, hey, call that podiatrist.
Or that's sports medicine if you break a...
Yeah, exactly.
Toe.
Yeah, all these things.
I liked hearing him chart.
Just because we've been stuck in the pit?
Santos still needs to do her charts. Patient has an ingrown toenail.
Well, that's the problem, but that's why people get down on podiatrists, because what you're talking about is like toe fungus and, all sorts of...
Which could make your foot fall off.
Well, I mean, if it's bad enough fungus, fungus anywhere can make anything fall off.
Right.
So, I mean...
Those fallen arches.
I don't know how much more podiatry conversation I have in me, but moving on.
Anyways, so yeah, they're like, you had that one-time thing. I don't know why the entire state is talking about it. That was a one time. And he's like, yeah, one time.
Yeah, again, there's just all this stuff that I don't know, it's just that the conversations seem to be different. The same thing with Kelsey and her boyfriend situation. No one was saying it, but then Rulla's making it out to be something else, it seems. But anyway.
She's trying to control the narrative.
Yeah, why did you go on a reality show if that was part of the narrative at all?
When minute 1 we meet you, it's like, so everyone's talking about my husband. Then won't this amplify the talk about your husband?
Right. I mean, that must mean that it must be such a foregone conclusion that everyone in the state literally knows and talks about it. And maybe she went on the show just to get the story out there that he wasn't recurringly sleeping with her. It was one time.
The thing is about controlling the narrative, a lot of times it gets away from you and you stop being able to control it, and then the producers can do whatever. Well, the producers
could probably turn her reading, a menu into a whole scandal. Bite that together into a whole different...
Freaking Rumpelstiltskin it.
Yeah.
Spin, was it Hay in the Gold?
Yeah, I think that's how that works. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And then is it just right after we meet her? Is it?
I think we have that Alicia. Alicia is so funny.
Oh, with the whole...
I don't like driving. I don't like...
Yeah, so I was a little, when they were talking about how she doesn't like to drive on the highway and everything, I was distracted because the car in front of her is just like our red car. And so I was like, oh, it's red car. And I was like, oh. And I was also trying to figure out which car was hers because it was just this establishing shot of the road.
She kept weaving to the, going to the right.
Yeah. But also, it's weird. People who don't like driving on highways, or bridges, and have a phobia of it. Yeah, it just... I don't know how that is. How do you get through life?
You avoid bridges and highways. You take the long way around, or you get driven.
Sometimes there's just not a way around, though. I had a coworker who wouldn't drive over a bridge, and someone had to go pick her up all the time and drive her back to work. And it was just what?
What do you think is going to happen? It's going to collapse? I mean, it could.
It could, but I mean, you watch too many like Superman movies or something.
Or Final Destination.
I know. Well, I'd be afraid of a logging truck more than I would be a bridge at that point. It wasn't until like Final Destination 3 or 4 that the bridge thing happened.
It
right?
was, yeah.
So yeah, now the logging truck, I'm still afraid to this day if I have a bottle of water and it's loose in the car. Like, cannot let that roll underneath the accelerator.
I feel like that's happened before. Like we dropped a bottle of water and it's like,
it freaks me the fuck out. I can't let that happen.
No.
So yeah, that was crazy though. How she's like, yeah, and I ran over a woman. Like, excuse me, you ran over a woman?
Yeah, I ran over a woman.
I need more details. Like for a minute, I was like, wait, is we're gonna find out like she's the one? Like when Tara Reid ran someone over, we're gonna find out she was with her? Like, what the hell?
Tara Reid.
Back in the day, like Tara Reid like was out on Long Island or something?
Oh, I think you're thinking of a lot of women
run women over
in the 2000s. There was a whole thing about like, I feel like not Brandy, or was it Brandy?
I don't know.
Rebecca Gayheart for sure ran someone over. It's I shouldn't laugh because it was a serious thing,
right?
But like ran someone off the road, or there are a lot of vehicular homicides.
Well, I don't know if but issues for sure.
Oh, it was a homicide.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't Billy Joel also run someone over? Like, it's always just something. I don't know. I don't know what it is about people in the Northeast running people over, but I'd like to know.
Stay off those
details.
Highways then.
But like, there has to be more to the story about how she ran someone over. Like, how do you just run someone over?
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
It's just because she was so
nonchalant.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I ran someone over.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how do
Were you sued? Is she okay?
Did you know her? Like, did you see her? Did you not see her? Like, what was going on?
Was it like, bump?
Or was it just like, whoops, you hit her foot? Like, I need to know these things. So, yeah, I'm absolutely stunned that it was just like, let's leave it at that. I was like, well, all right, more power to you, Alicia.
I need that. Jeff from Northern California asked, Alicia.
Yeah. Yeah, is she going to be on when she's on Watch What Happens
by
Live?
herself?
We need to put that in there.
I need more context.
I mean, if not, we just need to ask for the reunion. Like, Alicia, please tell us more about this running people over. So,
but anyway, she and Kelsey decide to like gather the girls so they can like all talk about each other.
Go wine tasting.
Yes.
Showcase Rhode Island's beautiful winery in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah.
And then it stopped raining, but then it was, I don't know.
I like that they all met. Was that at Alicia's house for the Sprinter van?
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. They all showed up there. There was no FBI involved.
You said you thought they would. I want to know what the hell Ashley was wearing. What in the Renaissance fair?
I do absolutely love that Joe Ellen later on was saying, get a turkey leg from Ashley. It was a really messed up thing. It was very, very Ren fair. But
it was just random. Like, I mean, you're not going to medieval times.
I mean, maybe her aesthetic is, she likes, I mean, she was a 30-year-old virgin, or I guess a 29-year-old virgin.
That was an interesting thing.
That was.
I bet that came up on The Bachelor.
I bet you it did.
Mm-hmm.
Was she the season after Colton, where they're like, oh, we got to do something to fix this Colton virgin thing? They had her.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, nothing wrong about being a 29-year-old virgin or anything.
No.
I just like that Kelsey was like, I lost my virginity at 14. After
she's like,
yeah, like, after she says she likes the stripper wine and the, is that what she
stripper juice?
Excuse me, stripper juice.
Which it could not be the title of this episode, but I thought about it for a second.
For a minute. And then, I don't like going down this path, but I'm going to, because there's nothing wrong with sex work. Sex work is work. But like, yeah, Kelsey, she just come out and said that she was a stripper? Because it seems like
she's like cheap things.
She's leaning. I was trying to be. You just said it. No, she seems to be leaning into the whole stripper mystique. That outfit she's wearing in her confessional with the weird keyhole thing.
No, she's just tacky.
It's
bless her heart with the makeup and the dresses. She's just,
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think it's also funny that she is saying she likes cheap wine after the previous episode was Joellen freaking out on Rosie about bringing cheap wine,
Well, then Joellen's saying, I'm just a wine snob,
Right.
you know.
But not a wine aficionado, a wine snob.
No, she's not.
I'm not an aficionado. I'm not even a wine snob. Like, I always worry that if I drink too nice of a bottle of wine, it just wasted on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with a nice $17 bottle of wine. I don't mind. Like,
I feel like as long as it's good and you're not, you know, like I said, a connoisseur.
Yeah.
So
yeah, don't waste a $100 bottle on me. I'll do that myself unknowingly for years.
It happens.
But yeah. Oh, could we get sponsored by them? That'd be great.
Oh, right.
We have so many wineries nearby. Come on.
We really should. I tell you that one time that in the future, if we ever do a live show, I know exactly where we're doing it.
Okay.
Although it'd probably be very expensive.
Probably, yeah. So when we round up our, 1,000 listeners.
Exactly.
Oh, which, too late in the show to mention it, but we 10,000 downloads, and that's great.
Well, like over 1,000 followers now on TikTok.
On TikTok, yep. Over 300 on Instagram. And I think we're doing really well for ourselves for having such a small following. It's very nice. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So, 20 minutes into the show, 30, however far. But, so we find out at the winery.
Oh, so Joanna freaks the F out
when Kelsey tells her that Rulla's coming.
Yes, because we find out the whole story about Rulla trying to ruin her, yada, yada, yada. And it really doesn't even come.
Yeah. And I like how they're all like, she called from her bed wearing a hat and a full beat, full glam. She just didn't want to come,
Oh my God, Joellen in her confessional, she's just stressed because she's on Ozempic. I was like, whoa.
She has headaches because she's on too much Ozempic. Yeah.
And that's when she's eat a turkey leg from Ashley.
She
is snide in her confessionals, and I kind of appreciate it.
I do too. This whole idea that everyone's saying everyone's afraid of Joellen. I don't see that.
Well, actually, straight up was the word around the state, she's a bitch.
Whereas I was getting the impression from all the posturing they're doing with Rulla and everything that they were saying on Watch What Happens Live that Rulla's the one that's really the.
They said that Rulla and Joellen had the most to answer for at the reunion.
Okay,
so
probably because
they definitely was sitting next to Andy.
Most vocal.
Already got it on my board.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to. We mentioned it earlier, but they added Rulla to the end of the gallery shot. So in the original, in the last episode, there was just 6 of them, right?
Yes.
And they were all glamorous and hair's blowing in the wind. And now they've added Rulla to the end, but she's just superimposed poorly, and she's not even a live actress.
It's not video. It's just it's almost like a cutout cardboard or a mannequin.
Yeah, and it's just weird because everyone else is moving and kind of animated, and then Rulla's just there staring funny, and it's as if she's as stiff as they think she is. I just feel they could have spent a little more money on that element, or I guess they couldn't reshoot the thing, but they could have edited her in a little bit better, because now it really every time
it's very glaring.
Yeah,
and we're gonna point it out,
and I'm gonna see it every time. I can't wait for taglines. Next week.
It takes so long to get taglines these days. It could be mid-season by the time we get taglines.
Well, it seems Beverly Hills is the only one that's been doing every week.
Yes,
Salt Lake did 2 weeks and
I don't remember any of the taglines from Salt Lake, but I know in this town.
Yeah, hopefully for Rhode Island, it'll be in this state. Someone is going to be I might live in a small state, but I have a big personality. I'm sure. There's going to be something along those lines.
About small and big and
right.
Everyone knows you. And
oh, that's true. In Rhode Island, everyone knows your business, and my business is being fabulous.
Well, it's not Rulla was I'm a badass, boss and financial advisor, which, good on her. It's not, glamorous, but it makes the money.
Can make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that because we have a friend who's, a financial advisor.
I need to get some planning for.
I asked him for a link so I could fill it all out because I got all that together for recent things. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to find out about our finances.
Yes.
That we have none. Or not enough.
Plot twist.
Not enough to warrant a financial advisor. So, anywho.
That's the irony of it all.
Yes. So then, Rulla doesn't show up, and then they start playing that dumb game.
They play Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Boxer Secrets game.
Yes, which I didn't even understand. Did they, they all wrote down questions and they put it into this Like it felt like they were filling out their own box.
No, it was like, you have questions and put it in the box that corresponds. So like, Ashley, when did you lose your virginity? Which I wonder why someone asked. Someone that must have come up on The Bachelor, because there's no way they would just randomly ask that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like, Joellen, are you a swinger? Which I love that she's like, we know swingers. And apparently there are many swingers, allegedly, in Rhode Island. Never heard that before.
I mean, every Housewife franchise, there ends up being, rumors of swinging.
Not in Salt Lake.
Isn't Potomac had some swinging situation going on? Salt Lake had it?
It was all just Salt Lake with Justin and Whitney.
Right. Well, wasn't Seth and Meredith part of that whole conversation at one point too? Anyway.
No, that was just like they just fuck half of New York.
I feel like these smaller communities, like, it's one of those situations where, like, when there's work drama, when, like, you work with, like, 6 people, there ends up being, like, all this rumor and drama going on because there's just nothing else to talk about. So they just, like, end up creating shit that's just not.
But the fact that she was like, we know a lot of swingers, we've had a threesome, it's like, that's very interesting.
Right. She didn't mention the pineapple on her lawn and having to go put it on her neighbor's lawn like she did on Watch What Happens. I was like, okay.
So the upside down pineapple, that's a swinging emblem?
I think it is. A pineapple right side up is just a symbol of hospitality. But I guess an upside down pineapple hung somewhere is like, come over, we want to be real hospitable with you. But I don't know. I don't understand. As a gay guy, like, swinging just seems so like.
Well, and then it gets, because we cross the pond to polyamory, which Rosie did some Googling, and discovered that you have to be married to be
polygamist,
to be a swinger.
Oh, is that
swingers are married,
right?
Because it's couples like swinging,
right?
Polyamory, you don't have to marry.
No, she was saying polygamy, you have to be married, because polygamy is being married to multiple people,
right?
And she was saying that polyamory is what Kelsey's doing, which is not, because polyamory, in my understanding, is when you're all in the same relationship,
right? So polycule,
yeah, exactly. So like if you, me, and another guy were all like together, we'd be polyamorous. But if I'm just with someone else and you're not, I think I'm just cheating on you. Or we have an open relationship.
You're open because you could be like married but have a boyfriend.
Exactly. So I don't think it's a polyamory until we're all in it together. And so that's where I think Rosie's a little mistaken. But again, like straight people can be so like
and so like black and white about it without seeing any of the gray.
Right.
Yes.
And so I'm just like, okay, Rosie, great. And like, again, Rosie, and they asked Rosie, like, were you dating the coach? And apparently there's a whole thing about how some basketball coach was screwing a reporter.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. I'm just wearing these tacky pink gloves.
Those gloves are heinous. Her confessionals are heinous.
Yeah, I know.
I like Rosie, but like, not good fashion. The buns, the like Minnie Mouse buns, I'm like, who are you? You're like a grown woman.
Oh, you mean the bumpets? But no, the little, I feel like she's doing like a late life Katy Perry situation. Hear me roar.
Katy Perry could like really fit in with that group. Like same aesthetic.
I mean, that is some sick shade you just gave them right there.
I didn't mean it to be shady.
Kind of shady, though. But that's also then where we get Alicia asking Liz the question.
I feel like someone told Alicia to ask that question because she was like, she was so sheepish about saying it. And then she could tell she felt bad when Liz is like, why would you ask that? Basically, why would you bring this on the show and make it a thing that I am cheating on my husband?
Right.
And then, which leads to the whole, Dino, who is like a very close friend who she's not had sex with, but since her husband was gone 3 weeks out of 4, she became close to Dino. So it could be like an emotional situation, again, that's relationship.
It seems like there's just so little going on in Rhode Island that there's just like getting up in other people's business for the sake of something to do.
Right.
Like, who the hell cares? Like, if your husband's gone 3 weeks out boating, I mean, then okay, just because you're hanging out with some other guy. I think that's also what drives me nuts about a lot of straight people is like, especially on these TV shows like Mormon Wives, etc. It's like, just because a man is spending time with a woman and vice versa doesn't mean they're screwing.
But it's so looked upon that you cannot be friends, that close of friends, with a man and a woman.
I mean, is it just because like 9 times out of 10 they actually are screwing and we're just not privy to that? Because
it's just the appearance of screwing.
It's just so weird.
Which she claims they weren't.
Because I know plenty of guys who are friends with girls and they are both heterosexual and they're not screwing. Doesn't mean that.
But it's like, how much time do they spend together? You know, when they're not, they wouldn't, let's say, I use fake names here.
I'm really curious about which fake names you've come up with.
Rustin.
Oh, okay.
And
Gidget?
No, Rustin and Gwen would not just hang out together without their spouses, nor would Gidget and and Dawson.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not a lot. That's true. I guess it
like one-on-one.
Yeah, Rustin.
I remember when we... we went away on that trip when we stayed in the closet.
That was a glamorous closet we lived in that weekend. It was a beautiful pool, though.
We went on a trip with friends, and we were in Sacramento.
Yes.
And like, it was the Airbnb, and our room was a very big closet with a bed in it. And it was great.
It was clearly like off the primary bedroom. It was originally its own bedroom, but they had converted it into a closet. So when they started using it as an Airbnb, they just took all the clothes out of it. But all like the built-in closet organizers were there, but they just shoved a queen-size bed in there.
With like bags from like Louis Vuitton and
yes. Like it was a closet-themed room for sure.
Yes, it was a fancy closet.
It was fine. That shower was amazing, though. I really did enjoy that shower.
Wasn't it? Yeah, the double head. But like, there's an issue with that shower, though.
I think the water pressure wasn't the best.
Yes, it was like trickle.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, I remember like going to Safeway like to get stuff for dinner, and it was me and Gidget and Dawson. And I remember thinking, this is so weird because like we're not with our spouses and like we would never hang out without them. But here we are on this little adventure to get like groceries. And there's just like, that made me think of that.
I'm going to have to text Gidget and let her know she should listen to this episode specifically.
Names have been changed. Protect the innocent.
Changed poorly at that. I knew you were going to really foul that whole thing up, but I love it. I love you so much.
Love you too.
But yeah, I suppose you're right that like if you did suddenly start hearing about 2 of your married friends hanging out with each other's partners, you would think that's a little weird.
Yes.
But that's not what's happening in Liz's case or was happening.
No, she was just really close to this guy, but like there was no... Maybe she said, like, maybe we got too close or maybe it wasn't appropriate. I feel like there's more she wanted to say, but she didn't want to say.
Right.
And also, Rulla said earlier in the episode that they were rumors about Liz. So we forgot about the whole, like, Rulla-Liz dust-up where Rulla was like...
Oh, she's like, well, when you produce your child...
That was really mean to say, like, you don't get it because you have not had biological children.
Right.
And I can understand, like, why Liz was like... F you.
Yeah.
Like I'm very close to his children. I didn't produce them, Rulla, but I still was close to them.
Yeah, no, that's always Yeah, it's always
things you don't say to a woman without children.
Well, I mean, even being a step parent is, I think, many times harder than being a parent because, often you're being met by children who are like, you're not my mom. That's
harder in certain ways, but I wouldn't say it's harder overall.
Well, no, I think that there's definitely something to overcome that if you're someone's natural biological parent, like, and you're active in their lives, that like that's just an acceptable fact. I'm your mom, I'm your dad. Yeah. Whereas when you're someone's step parent, I think you have an extra thing, and then there's always, like you even said it tonight, like, well, how must that make, their mother feel hearing Liz say, I feel like they're my own kids, all that stuff.
Or that the mom couldn't raise them for a certain period of time. And so...
Right. So there's always that kind of perception of like you're trying to take someone's kids away from them by just being a good person by helping raise them, you know? So I think there's definitely challenges on both sides. So, again, it's the sort of thing where like I think until you're unless you know...
Until you're raising a child, you just don't know.
Exactly. And we don't know either. But, you know, we have friends who are step parents, and I know from them that it's, you know, been a challenge, but they take to them like they're their own kids and all that. You know, our friend Shmiana.
That's not a real name. I use like actual names you would hear.
Fine, Diana. How's that?
It's too close.
Leanna.
There you go.
Leanna and Greg.
It was a Cole, but whatever.
Good God. Why? Okay, I get it.
Why not?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I didn't get that. No.
Cole and the stable boy who like stooped both Nikki and Victoria. I don't think you were like good on the why not.
No, but
there are certain summers I was so
for you when we're done with this. But Rhode Island.
Yeah. So that basically they ended with.
Oh,
let me make sure I didn't.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think.
Oh, Kelsey admitted that she has a boyfriend. She's dating a guy.
Yeah. And we get to meet him next week. It seems.
Correct, because like what's his name does not want to have kids or like grow old basically and be committed.
You saw that link I sent you, allegedly everyone sleuthed on Reddit and found her boyfriend.
As if they wouldn't.
I know, right? How people come on a reality show and expect the fans aren't going to go crazy insane.
Yeah. Oh, like the banner thing was like Joellen apologizing to Kelsey because she didn't think that she opened up the door to talking about Kelsey's relationship, but she kind of did.
She kind of did. I don't feel like she opened it up the way that both Alicia and Rosie suggest she did. She kind of just said, I've been spending time with her and she's going through some stuff about her boyfriend. And so like, I don't think that necessarily invites someone to be like, oh, I hear her boyfriend has another girlfriend. Like, I don't think that really, you know, I don't think it should be all on Joellen for bringing it up.
She could have just said, you know, they're going through some stuff, but, you know, you should ask her.
Yeah.
But I guess she kind of did do that. Yeah. She didn't go into specifics.
But I mean, I think it is fair to say that like Rosie and Alicia didn't just bring it up out of the blue. Like, let's talk about her boyfriend. So
it wasn't as bad as
right.
could be depicted.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, all right.
No Dolores in this episode.
No,
which I'm fine with because there's enough going on between the seven of them.
Yeah, they need to stand on their own for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out who Kelsey reminds me of. Oh, you know who it is? What's her face from Miami, but taller. The new girl on Miami.
Oh, Stephanie?
Yeah, she's got a little bit of Stephanie to her.
I could see that.
That's who she's been reminding me of because I kind of expect her to give me some like, whoa, little zing zing, like I'm rich bitch situation.
I think more so like a young Annabeth Gish.
See, I would have to look up Annabeth Gish to remember who that is.
From the pizza.
Mystic Pizza?
Yes.
Okay, I'd have to look up what Annabeth Gish looks like today.
As I said, young Annabeth Gish and somebody else.
Okay.
Her hair is like very of the 2000s.
I think you mean the mid to late 90s. Little Mi Vida Loca.
Oh, also, Joellen looks so much like my best friend Ashley. It throws me off.
Yeah.
But I naturally like I like her.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing too. Is like I look at her and I'm like, oh, she does remind me of Ashley, and I'm just like, okay.
I feel like I'm okay with her.
Yeah, But then, I mean, but what if we stop liking Joellen so much? Are we going to get mad at our friend Ashley?
I don't think we will.
We're like, God, Ashley, you're such a bitch. We can say that about our friend.
We're around the state.
Yeah. Ashley, you cannot go to Rhode Island. They will stick you for Joellen.
Is that your sister?
All right. We got everyone there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's weird that, like, in this picture that Alicia's holding this giant pearl, where in...
Well, so is Rosie.
Yeah, and in the opening clips, they're all just holding, like, the oyster at the pearl. And
they're so tiny.
They are so tiny.
Yeah, it's like the tiny snowflakes in Salt Lake.
I thought they were... Oh, yes, they were. But those are at least, like, superimposed looking things.
Yeah.
Well,
like, the show just looks so, like, eat.
Maybe the next season they'll make them larger.
possibly.
Or then why aren't
The diamonds weren't always as big in Beverly Hills as they are right now. I don't think.
We should go look into that. Either way, I think we should talk about it next time.
Till next time.